Alright, let's go ahead and get going. Alright, hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Play Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday evening. And yeah, here we go. We got another one of these today. We're going to do baby Marvel stuff. We're going to do baby Marvel things. And we're going to paint some kind of basic ones right now to get me back into the groove of painting Marvel United. So we're working on a little Moonlight, and then if we have time, we'll work on a little bit of War Machine while we're working on Moonlight. So, okay. So that's the plan for the evening. If you're just joining us, well, let us know what you're painting or what you should be painting. And feel free to ask me questions or make comments or issue threats. All good. All good during this stream. So, just so you're aware of it. All right. So we're going to work on Mr. Moonlight here. You can already see he has his little eyes there. Hey, what's up, Jose? Let me I can't see that there. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna work on some Moonlight, and yeah, we've been playing a lot of MCP lately, so feel free to ask me any questions about MCP, Malifaux, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to stream. I've just been so busy with work, and in fact, the reason I really needed to stream tonight specifically because the next Tuesday and Wednesday of this week are just going to be insane. So I may not even be able to paint those nights either. So I may lose a couple of days painting. How was my kids' party? It was pretty good actually. You know, we were worried because it was a pool party and it was cold weather on Saturday, but luckily we got the heated pool, and we did get just enough sun for this to make it worthwhile. So there's that. Okay, so let's do something easy right now, and I'm going to start on the stone here, right? So we're going to do some basilicanum gray. Now that we have kind of that worked out, we're going to do basilicanum gray. And actually, this basilicanum gray will also give us a little bit of a start on, well, no, actually, we're going to do something different on War Machine. We'll do something different on him. Okay, but this basilicanum gray should get us started on the base here for Moonlight. Yeah, but the weather, it was just warm enough for them to go swimming, and then it was a pretty relaxing party. You know, a bunch of kids and their parents. I was telling my friends that I was very impressed with my son's friends. They're very, very nice, really great kids, and you know, and the most impressive thing, in my opinion, was my son befriended a couple of girls that were a couple of grades higher than he is. One was in 4th grade and one was in 5th grade, and they just really like him. They spend time with him after school at his they have after school daycare at their school, and Octavius likes to go, and he's a very social kid, and so he befriended these kind of older girls, invited them to his birthday party, and sure enough, they're like big fans of his. So I was like super proud of that, right? Because I thought that was very cool. We did so they had a pool party. We did we did 2 piñatas, and I was impressed with my own ability to string up the piñata on a certain part of a tree that was very difficult to get to, but managed to get that all hooked up and good to go. Okay, so War Machine. I think what I want to do is I think I want to ink this boy. I think I want to ink him, and then I will shade him different ways. All right, so but we're gonna start with the ink, which will give us a kind of a roadmap of where we want to go. All right. So sometimes you might do like black ash or starship dust, but this armor wash will help keep a shine on it. So you guys know how much I love this ink by P3. So yeah, they did that. I ordered like 1,000,000 pizzas for it. And then, yeah. And I can't really complain. It was really nice, kind of low-key, low-maintenance birthday party. Some of these kids' birthday parties, the moms go nuts, right? And they do like a crazy hyper obsessive amount of planning, and it's like, it's like Martha Stewart's kids parties where they have these like really fancy party favors, and and it's almost when you get to that point, it's almost more about the parents than it is the kids, right? Yeah, I took some photos that were pretty good. I was gonna post them on my Facebook, but haven't had a chance to do that yet. So we did that during the day, and then in the evening, my wife had to chaperone her school's homecoming dance. So she was gone in the evening, which meant it was kind of a boys' night, which was awesome because we always like boys' night. And so I took my kids to, my son Octavius wanted to go to Meat Fresh, which is that Taiwanese dessert place that we absolutely love. So we went to Meat Fresh in the evening. We went to Meat Fresh on a Saturday night, which is not advisable. Okay, very crowded in that Asian plaza. You guys know which one I'm talking about, the one off Jamboree. So we went to Meat Fresh there. We had to park very far away just to get over there, but we made it over there. We had some Meat Fresh, and yeah, we managed to make do. Like, we made that work, so that's good. So we went to Meat Fresh and we got one of those desserts. It was too much. We put it in the fridge. We put it in the freezer, and we actually had some more tonight when I got back from gaming. Had some dinner with them, and then I took them to Dairy Queen because I'm a good dad, and took them to Dairy Queen, and then after that, me and Octavius decided to go ahead and have some more of that Meat Fresh. And then we hung out for a while and then got ready to do this. Okay, there we go. That's not bad, right? Now we have a rough roadmap, and I can even start to clear out a little bit of the areas that might have been overpooled. Right? Okay. Okay. Diamond Jamboree on a Saturday, yeah. Yep, I don't disagree. It was kind of a mess. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, the Chibi Moonlight kind of has a little, like, he has a little bit of a mouth that they sort of freehanded on. So I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a thing here where there might be a mouth, right? Just so you can kind of see, oh, there's kind of a mouth there. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, Sean? So now we want to, since these color schemes are so simple, this Moonlight has kind of a bluish, like a light bluish glow. So I'm going to see if I can find my, I have like a light blue wash I can use, which may be too light, but let's try it. right? So we'll try the sky blue wash on Mr. Moonlight. It's a good thing we're doing all this easy stuff first, right? Okay. I like the idea of a little blue tinge. Let's see how it goes here. Yeah. Ooh, it's actually kind of nice. Yeah. And I just want to move it all over the place instead of leaving it in one thing, because you don't want it to look blue, right? You're hoping you're going to leave some of that detail in there, some of the blue as shade, but most of this you're going to repaint. White is so weird. Prime white and then paint back up to white. That's how you do this. Prime white, start at white, end at white. You did all that work just to paint the same color that the thing was primed. But yes, that is how you do white. I'll point out that I have not gone back into the well, right? You really want to push this as absolutely far as it will go. So one dip pretty much should get you the whole model, right? Because all this is going to do is just going to, by the time you're actually done painting it, it's going to leave a little hints of light blue on them, right? You want to get any areas here that look like they're pooling. So once again, I have not added a single drop. That was literally just one brush full. Because you want this to go down, and you want it to go down pretty light. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. And in fact, once that dries, we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to continue. We're going to do a second shade to add a little bit more detail. Okay. All right. Now for back to War Machine, which I always kind of have to look up, like what parts are supposed to be what on this guy. I never quite know. Right, there are parts that are steel, and then there are parts that are kind of silvery. And you know that the faceplate part is silvery, but this is a different mark. You see how that, I guess, just that part? Alright, so we're going to go back to some Basilicanum Gray and actually use this as a little bit of, well, maybe not. Hold on. No, it'll work. Basilicanum Gray will work. You said, sure, you could send me artwork if you want. If you have a specific way in which we want to paint these, please do send that over. All right. In the meantime, I know it's pretty safe for me to do this. Right, and start to shade those areas, these areas down. Right, so the reason why I'm doing both of these models at the same time is because they're pretty, from a application standpoint, they're pretty similar. You shade down and then highlight back up. Right, and I want this to look like steel, so these parts that are steel are going to look darker than the rest of the model. And I'm just shading them down to do that. Okay. But yes, if you have a preference for how this should look, please send me artwork. Otherwise, this could end up looking all kinds of ways that you may not. Oh, I actually have a better way to do this. I just remembered I have a much better way to do this, but it's okay. I can still do it this way. Right? Because it's more about, this is more about how well you can highlight this up without destroying too much of the detail. Right? You got letting Deadpool and Bob dry. Cool. Okay. Oh, I can already see I made a mistake. Right? Because we want these bands to be light. So let's do that. Let's get these bands back to the light color. Yeah, I won't be getting to, probably won't be getting to Falcon tonight, but that's okay. I do need to see him eventually. All right, and then this is dark right there. Okay, and there's a couple of these little cheekbones that are dark in here. Okay, and that's not bad to start. Okay, because I'll go even darker on these. Okay, the point is you want, no matter what exact colors you land on, you still want all the cool War Machine armor to look right. Most important part. Just make sure the armor looks good. Okay. Okay. I'm also, since I've got this color out, I'm also going to get this part here. All right. Okay. All right. And the key is just keep letting this stuff dry. So we're gonna let that dry. And now Moon Knight's next layer should be dry. So now I need to go, all I really want to do is do black outline here, here. I want some black in like the darkest parts, the deepest parts of the shadow. So we're gonna get one of the all-time best shades here, navy gray. And this is gonna make sure that all of his actual armor detail is good. All right, so we're gonna do navy gray around the crescent here, right? So it's got a nice black, see how it's just got a black outline to it, and it's not, that outline didn't overpower anything. You can still see plenty of the blue, right? Good. And then the weapon here. Yeah, this week in particular is just going to be arguably one of the busiest weeks of the year for me. So I may not finish this commission this week because I probably need a couple of nights of not painting to get through the week. But you never know. I say stuff like that, and sometimes the painting is what gets me through the week, right? Okay, it's pretty good. And then there's this whole area right here that I want. Right, I want the tightest folds to have that gray in it too. All right, so back here even, get some of those folds to just have a little bit of gray. And I know it looks like trash right now. Don't worry. We are gonna make this look much better. All we're doing is pumping shadow down. Okay, pretty good. There we go. Okay. All right, so we'll let that dry. This thing still not quite dry, but you can see where I'm going with it. It's looking pretty good. All right, so I've got, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now what I want to do is on the steel parts, I want to go back and hit it with a proper, I want to hit it with like a proper gray. And this gray is going to be fairly light. In fact, I may need to make a glaze out of it. Like that's a pretty good gray. We're going to make a glaze out of this gray. And I have a whole ton of Glaze Medium that I need to use. So okay. Glaze Medium is just going to keep it looking super smooth. It's actually, I actually want to go a little bit deeper. I think I should go a little bit deeper. Yeah. We're going to go a little bit deeper because I really want this to contrast. Okay. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so in here, we're going deeper there. So I'm going to really force the contrast a little bit more. Man, can't believe this kit. And I know I've mentioned it many times already, but I cannot believe that this kit in MCP is has the most number of parts of any of the MCP kits. That's still crazy to me. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? So see how that's, now it's turning this, it's starting to look like a really dark steel on there. I think that's super cool. And then we're gonna use a super highlight on this to really sharpen it up. Yeah. I probably should have done this one step earlier, but I think we're okay. I think this is going to look okay once I highlight it. Right. It's a little War Machine. Cool. Yeah, I was glad. I was worried that I was not going to be able to get some MCP in this weekend because of the party. I thought that there would just be too much to do and maybe be too tired by the next day. But, as you can tell, it wasn't so bad. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right. Okay, we're going to keep going back and forth, letting each subsequent layer dry between the two models. That's why in some cases it's okay to work on two models at a time, because you can always have something, you can always be painting while something else is drying. Okay. All right. I know that doesn't look terribly clean right now, but we shall fix that, my friends. Okay. Now it's time to start working on actually making Moonlight look like Moonlight. I think most of this wash is mostly dry, that except for that pool right there that I did not like, and quickly removed. That's why I love that wash. It's so nice. Okay. And again, the operative word here is we want this to be super smooth, right? So we're going to go Glacier Blue into some Glaze Medium. All right. Glacier Blue into some Glaze Medium. So this is going to go down really smooth, right? And because it's Glaze Medium, you kind of want to push the color into where it's going to settle the most, right? This is one of my all-time most useful colors for painting a cool white. Is this Glacier Blue. It covers extremely well, lays down nice and smooth, so and a lot of times, like if I'm not going for like the truest white, you leave it at this color, and it is that convincing that this is actually a white, but it's actually blue, right? And a little bit of glaze in there. Is transparent enough to where you won't see it. I mean, you'll see it. You'll see all your shadow and all that stuff that you just spent all this time washing. It's gonna look nice. So you can keep building up there. Had a couple of good games of MCP today, so that was fun. Got to play Sean on a Sunday, so we usually play on a Monday. But yeah, it was cool. Felt a little bad because I was like, well, Sean's gonna be here. I should have just let you play against Nelson, right? And I could have been there for the Bing demo game. That way you get, different opponent, Sean. And then I figured, I didn't think much of it because, you know, I also thought that our game would be fast. And little did I know we would go 4 turns before we found the scroll. That was bad. Okay, so you can see, right? This color is pretty awesome. Oh, good. Andrew's game's impressed. That's nice. I'm glad you really liked Andrew's game. It's a fun game. We were supposed to be doing like a stream and the whole 9 for it. But I think we're gonna wait until he's a little bit closer to you know, launching a Kickstarter or whatever he decides to do with it. And then we'll put together a stream for that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that game, looking for the scroll, was really, really difficult in that game. Okay, so you can see, it's starting to come in, starting to look pretty good already, right? This is the first layer of this glacier blue glaze. And already looks pretty smooth. You can still see the blue hint underneath it, but a lot of good definition on many parts of this model. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. Hey, what's up? What's up, Andrew? All right. Nice. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Guess what we're gonna do? I know. We're going back to War Machine. Yeah. Okay. So now I want to clean up the bright parts of War Machine's armor. I need a very I don't want stormy gray. I actually want cloudy gray. Do I have cloudy gray? Can never just find the exact color I need. Nope. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. There's both stormy grays. Pale blue might kind of work, but actually, I just want cloudy gray. Ooh, that's a nice blue gray. Finding all kinds of cool colors. Okay, not in there. All right, let's try here. Bleh. But yeah, it was a good day for gaming. I always wish I could stay a little bit longer, but you know how that goes. Okay, so we got our cloudy gray. Okay, we're gonna make a glaze of this. Actually, I don't think I need to make a glaze of this. I think this is just going to go down pretty solid. Right? Yeah, I think this is just going to go down pretty solid. I don't even barely need to thin it. Just a really good color. Right? And it's going to clean up all that mess from the armor wash. Okay. Yeah, really looking forward to this next weekend because of all the difficult. Yeah, Marvel United, which is, I believe this is a game by, I want to say Cool Mini. That Nelson collects. And one of Chris's friends uses these pieces as his MCP pieces just to annoy Chris. I don't know. I think these are pretty fun to paint, honestly, because they're just because Chibi is fun to paint in general, but Chibi Marvel is nice because you can paint them up faster, and you can still get some pretty nice looking details out of like these Chibi. The quality of this Chibi is pretty good. You can see the detail on the armor there. It's pretty good. Are you going to be playing Marvel United solo? Okay. Right. So. Right, this is just going to help me define all these little pieces down here. Right, and then I can even use it to kind of lighten that up for a second, because we'll highlight that too. No tactical rocks is, yes, that's true, Sean. That does make this a little bit better in my book, the fact that it does not have tactical rock. Okay, these barrels are lighter. Anybody have any fun plans for coming up for Halloween? My wife and I, before kids, we used to go to costume parties. Now, we don't do that. We pretty much just take them trick-or-treating now. Okay, looking pretty good, right? Okay. Yeah. We would be planning out what our costumes are going to be and doing the whole, but I imagine, Sean, you're going to do that because I think you showed me some of your costume and it's awesome. And you don't have kids, so you can do that. Right? Alright, just make sure I'm getting everything I'm supposed to be getting here. Pretty good. And then back here. Okay. Pretty good. Right? I'm gonna cover this black dot right there. Okay. I know he still looks kind of black and white. That's fine. Right? He looks like a model in grayscale right now. But the cool thing is you can still see the metallic, like the non-metallic shine from that airbrush black gray that's worked pretty well as like a fake steel color. Okay. All right. Pretty good. I think this is dry. So I think we're going to do a second coat. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I want to add a little more glacier blue here so that this next one still going to cover very well, but also still remain smooth, right? So you can see, right? See how much, well, that's getting lighter there. Smooth white is super satisfying when you see it, right? When you see it painted well. I love mini painters that can get white to lay down super smooth, because it's like it's like the coolest looking thing. I need to go back in here and clean up this corner. Right. There we go. Yeah, like getting this part right with the proper use of glazes and washes is super nice. Because the model's wearing white. Not the easiest thing to deal with. A lot of painters hate painting white. I frankly really enjoy it because I have like several techniques that I like to use for white. And it's, like I said, it's just super satisfying when it's all done and painted and you're like, wow, you could have just left it primed and hit it with a wash here and there. But this actually, it's hard to explain, but painting these layers of white really gives the model kind of like a texture and a depth to it that you're like, okay, that's like a solid piece there, and it looks great. Let's see if I can. It's good practice for the. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You should use the Ant-Man from this game as your miniaturized Ant-Man and Wasp for MCP. Just swap it to the Chibi model. Okay. And then a shrink. That'd be pretty cool. I do think in general there needs to be more Chibi games. I gotta finish an event. Alright, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. Have a good one. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know. would love to see like a chibi miniature game get a little bit more mainstream, right? Like get a community behind it. I think that would be cool. My idea was Chibi Guild Ball. I thought that would be awesome. You got to roll, Sean? Okay, have a good one, dude. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, like that's pretty cool. You're never a big fan of Chibi? I've pretty much always been a big fan of Chibi. And I think it's just because of how it's really nice to paint. Just put it to you that way. Chibi is really nice to paint because it really focuses in on the most fun parts of painting. And the I don't know, the whole kind of not taking itself too seriously aspect of Chibi I really like. Right? It just, for me, it just works well. There we go. Cool. Okay, guess what? Now we can take that same color, right? We're going to take the same exact color. We're going to use it to highlight over here on War Machine. And I need War Machine's eyes to be painted in white before we do that, like glowing, it's like a glowing pink. Right? So I want his eyes to be white first. Right? So that when we do the glowing pink, then you can see it, and then definitely in here too. Right? Okay. Now we do, oh, I gotta do this too. Right? So that when we, okay, now we're gonna do the, this is where we start to do all the little highlighting on the armor. Okay, and you want this to be pretty thin. It doesn't have to be razor thin, because we're not doing like actual white yet. So it doesn't have to be razor thin, but it should be thin enough to kind of understand that it's like a little bit of reflected light. Right. Okay, that there. Like, I don't know, man. This is just fun. Tempted to get so you can paint him as Iron Patriot. That would be kind of cool. Okay. So yeah, main thing here is making sure we've got this good highlight. All right. I can even do a teeny little line here I like that. Okay. Uh-oh. Got an intruder. Go to bed. What's the matter, Ditter? What? What, Darius? What do you need? Oh. Go get it. Bring it here. Bring me one. Bring it. Bring me one. Bring it to Daddy. Okay. There you go. Okay, don't do that. Okay. There you go. Alright. You need to be in bed, kiddo. Good night. What do you say? Alright, good night, son. Close the door. Close my door. Thank you, son. Bye. Alright. See, I'm not even mad at him. Not even mad that he's still awake. I should be probably a little bit upset, a little bit stern with my kid, but he's the night owl. He's gonna stay up. He stays up a little bit later than his brother, but he tries to put himself down to sleep, and he doesn't need much. Although I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back in here at some point asking for water. So, okay, a little bit of highlighting. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. It's pretty good. This is literally just doing I feel like I'm painting these two models in reverse, which is kind of cool. Like the idea is to keep it darker and just hit hard lines. The other is just like gradually layering up to white, which we are almost there on the other one. Okay. Okay. Cool. Why paint Chibi? Why not paint Chibi? Chibi's awesome. Alright. Moonlight. See, look. Moonlight's pretty dope, and he's Chibi. Don't judge him for being Chibi. He's cool. I'm going to use this as my proxy Moonlight until the actual Moonlight comes in. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Alright, let's get some actual white on this homeboy. Okay. And I'm going to make a glaze of this white too. Okay. So now we got actual white going down. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Chris does not like Chibi. Well, no. I know you like, because you have like Chibi board games. You just don't like it for Marvel. Or do you fully hate Chibi now? Alright, I'm still trying to keep this fairly smooth, so it kind of matters the direction which I'm pushing this. Oh. Do not want a booger. Get the booger out. There we go. I don't know, man. I like painting chibi. It's cool. Don't like the clash of scale from normal models. Oh, I see. On the same board. But if the whole board was chibi, you'd probably be okay with that, right? Like if two guys got together and they're like, we're gonna play MCP but with only chibi versions of the models that we're playing. Would you object to that or not? I guess is the question. Still have those chibi minis from Warzone. I still like playing Super Dungeon Explorer. It's actually one of my favorite games to play with Octavius. He likes to play it. Darius is he's almost at the point where he could follow such a game and play it. It would be passable. If I really wanted to do that, I could tell Nelson. I could get my own set of Marvel United, and then just tell Nelson, hey, this Sunday, just bring whatever you're planning on playing, bring it as Marvel United, and we'll play. Playing Hulk would be the most annoying thing, right? Because you're just gonna put this little chibi on the gigantic Hulk base. But that Chibi Hulk is pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's a pretty cool mini. Okay. Yeah, anything on those super gigantic bases. Ghost Rider would be kind of terrible to look at. Like if Chibi Ghost Rider. But Chibi Moonlight, come on, that's pretty dope, man. Please, love me. I'm awesome. Please love me. Plus, there is not yet uh, there's no Samuel Fury. No Samuel Fury for MCP. Okay, that's dope. No lie, come on. That's dope. You gotta like that. No? Look at it. Look at me. Oh man. You know TikTok this week is gonna be hilarious because I'm gonna feature these things on my Play It Painted TikTok. I'm gonna play the Muppet Babies theme song and just have these on there. Muppet Babies. Okay. Like, Moon Knight is just satisfying to look at. He's just, look at him. He's just black and white. And the chibi version is pretty dope. Wait, Moon Knight's mouth is supposed to. I saw it. I saw it. Some online artwork that way, and I frankly don't like it. But it's up to Nelson. Nelson, it's very easy to cover this if you don't like it. Tell me right now, and I'll seriously just cover it up. Yeah, I mean, I Googled images of Moon Knight, and the painted version they have, the painted example they have of this, has his mouth uncovered. So, but I think it's a little dumb looking. So I'm down with whatever. Right? Let me know, because yeah, I would rather the whole thing be black, but you know, whatever. Yeah, let me know what you want to do here, because it'd be very easy if I wanted to. Yeah, it's kind of, well, the artwork is kind of like this, and the mouth is half gray. I just don't, I don't know, man. Well, let me know, Nelson, let me know what's going to work for you. How do you want this to look? Because I'm just going to keep, all right, I'm going to freehand it for now until you tell me what you want. All right, so there we go. It's going to look like that until you tell me. Which is, I mean, that's not terrible. Look at me. It's not terrible, but okay. Anyway, all right, back to Iron Man. Or, sorry, War Machine. I'm sorry, Rhodey. I didn't mean it, Rhodey. All right. Did you just call me Iron Man? I remember as a kid, I didn't collect Iron Man. My brother collected Iron Man, and there was a long stint where Rhodey was just being called straight up Iron Man. He was just, when Stark was really sick, he was just piloting the regular Iron Man suit for a while, and then they got him into this suit. So it's pretty cool. Right. Here we go. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna blend that. Right, make this look a little more a little fancier for the war machine. War machine. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now we do okay, so who's better now in MCP? Tony or Rhodey? Alright. MCP experts out there. You may chime in. I don't play Avengers in MCP, so I don't have a horse in this race. I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't know who's actually better. Especially considering the recent buffs to Tony. Right? Who is better? Okay, so this, when you're actually highlighting white, you really do need that to be pretty sharp, right? You're literally just drawing a white line over a black background, so you want this to be pretty sharp. Okay. Both are equally good. I don't think the internet accepts that, Nelson. You gotta, bro, put them on a tier list. Who's the most, bro? Who is the gooderest? I think for just raw damage potential, definitely Rhodey has that, right? He has better raw damage potential than Tony, but Tony probably a little more versatile overall, right? I don't know. That's kind of my non-informed take on it. Well, just as somebody who's played against them, that's kind of my take on it. Well, all right. Really trying to clean up these lines a little bit. It's just, I don't know how I feel about this reverse, or the kind of mohawk helmet style. Right? I'm used to these suits with the face like just being a solid plate up front. This just looks, it looks okay. War Machine, the empty clip, kind of cool, taking a damage. I don't like how the attacks are physical. There you go. There's an opinion that makes more sense than what I just said. The only way to find out now is we gotta just field both chibi models, put them on the board. Yeah, Iron Man and chibi Iron Man. I mean, who else would want that chibi Hulkbuster suit? That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. I guess if you have the points, Hulkbuster. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay. So we're getting pretty good detail. Right, you want to be able to see all these, see all the lines. It shouldn't just look like a gray, right? Just like a gray mess. You should actually be able to see parts of the individual parts of armor. Okay, it's pretty good. All right. Now let's do the glowy glow parts. We want do you want like, oh hey, what's up, Dread? Do you, I think it's this, yeah, it's this color, and then we go a little darker. This is actually the center of the energy thing, right? So we're gonna do that. Anybody else happy when they replaced Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle? I like Don Cheadle a lot better as an actor than Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard kind of gets on my nerves. That's just personal opinion. Yeah, let me know. Which War Machine actor do you like better? Yeah, I personally like Cheadle better. Okay, there we go. And then let's do some Bernie stuff on the footses. While that's drying. So right, only those parts are Bernie. And then we'll blend that down a little, right? Let's blend it. Let's wet blend it, folks. Dawn is better. Yeah, I like Don Cheadle better. It's just me. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna blend a little orange here, right? You have to believe like this rocket boots are doing rocket boot things. Yeah. I'm gonna take off, you'll see. I'm just as good as Tony Stark. You'll see. I'm a superhero too. I'm just not a billionaire inventor, genius guy. I just shoot my stuff. Give me a break, people. Alright. This would have. I get too caught up on the actual getting this part right. You'll see. I don't think War Machine has a complex though. I don't think he has a complex. He's just happy to be there, right? He gets to do cool stuff in an Iron Man suit that he did not invent, right? He's just gonna fight the good causes and blow stuff up, which I'm fully in support of. Okay. Still have to clean up Mr. Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's he's still looking pretty good. I really like Moon Knight. I mean, you can't not look at Moon Knight and think of Space Ghost. He's so cool. Moon Knight is awesome. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're gonna make this glow. Hold on. First, I'm going to clean up my mohawk. It's very important. Very important to get the mohawk line right. There we go. There. See, you get that line right, you should be good. There we go. Okay, and then let's do. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There. Just trying to clean him up a little bit. That line's too thick. Let's thin it out. There. Still looks a little thick on camera, but it's pretty thin. Right. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to do the rest of that kind of pinkish thing there. We're going to break out. Blah. I already have it down here. Okay. So, oh, I'm off frame. Yeah, the training I'm hosting this week, I actually have to use this camera to stream it out to the rest of the company. It's going to be pretty funny. Why does your webcam have paint on it? Don't ask questions. This is just what we do. All right. So you see how that... See what that's doing? All right, we're going to calm this down. There we go. Okay, there we go. And so they look a little shiny right now, which is okay though. They're gonna look, they'll look less shiny after they're sealed. But yeah, pretty good. All right. Is there anything else we want to do here? I want to get a little bit more of this light. Oh, I totally forgot. Totally forgot. His mouth has glow pink in it. Here we go. There we go. Rrr. War machine. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the black victory lap. Oh, man. There you go. And then seal these up, but right, these are going to be the faster paints in that set. But, you know, when you're looking at a set like that, sometimes it is just easier to go, okay, let's get the easier one. Let's get a couple of the easy ones done. That way, now you just took it 90 minutes of painting here. Just took it from a 8 model commission down to a 6 model commission, right? And you have progress. You have actual progress on these pieces, which is good. I still want to hit that with. I'm still going to hit him with I want to hit him with one more kind of wash. Whereas Moonlight here looks pretty complete. Right? I'm pretty happy with Moonlight there. Okay, so there's Moonlight. I mean, his whole mouth is freehand, but that's how they had him painted. So okay, all right. The only other thing I want to do here is I want the plates on the face to really be bisected correctly. So I'm going to do that. Right? Just make sure you can see that border there. There we go. Right? And that's kind of a nice way of softening up that border. Okay. Cool. So we'll let these guys dry, and then I'll seal these guys up. But War Machine and Moonlight. Okay. So yeah, it was just a lot of painting, a lot of white, black, and gray. Not much else, but it's a good way to start because I have a bunch of these other chibi to do. And Moonlight, obviously, it's one of my favorite sculpts here. So anyways, I think that's where we're at, folks. I'm not going to start any other chibis. I wonder who's going to be next for me. Probably we're going to go with, I'm thinking, maybe Falcon maybe next. So we can do Falcon. And let's, why not? We're going to stay in theme here and go Falcon and Winter Soldier. So we'll do those two next. All right. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for this stream. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.